So Nicholas Fugese reporting Princess Beatrix is your elected American boyfriend speaking and your elected Mrs. boyfriend speaking with the unopened letter, or one of my unopened letters, from of course the White House promoting the corporate brand of the United States of America. Now, as everyone is aware of, the President of the United States is on standby regarding a situation in Ferguson, Missouri. Now, I have no comments about this subject, but of course I did post on my Facebook blog because I want to give the president an opportunity to speak to the American people regarding this subject. I did post on my Facebook blog regarding the 1960s. I want to address to the international community the United States nor the free world is not in the 1960s. The 1960s was an era that has come and now has passed. Memphis educators have always, fought with each other regarding the 1960s generation, and they have always been at odds with me, especially a lot of both educators. All educators has been at odds with me regarding the 60s generation. We're in a break of a generation. We're in a new era here in the United States of America. If we was in the 1960s, educators would not be dependent upon our system with the first African American president of the United States. Not just that, if we was in the 1960s, former President George W. Bush would not be writing me, nor would George H.W. Bush would be reaching for me. We're not in the 1960s in Memphis, Tennessee, nor in the United States of America. So it's not a very educated statement to say that we're in the 1960s or even to try to create a spirit of the 1960s. If you really want to know the spirit that we're in, because seasons and political seasons are a heavenly blessing that is granted to you by God. We're in the spirit of me, and I believe in the Christian magic of the church. I'm kind of like hocus pocus. So if you really want to know the season that we're in, it's a season of magic, and it's a very unique season. It's kind of a biblical season we're in. We're not in the season of the 1960s, and for people to try to create an atmosphere because they're angry with their own personal lives, they're way, way out of character. They have no sense of judgment regarding political seasons and things that are granted to you from God or, the heavens. Our era has passed. We have a new leadership in Washington, D.C. Not only in Washington, D.C., minds have changed, attitudes have changed. A season has come and gone. I think it's time that we move forward here in Memphis, Tennessee, and of course, the international community, because you cannot force the hand of God. You cannot force the hand of a season. A season has been granted to our president. A season has been granted to President George W. Bush to even reach for me. Seasons have come and gone, and yet people still bicker because I think it's their own personal issues that they're angry with. Personally, I love my world. I love freedom. I love democracy. But don't try to take it out on my generation or other people because you're angry at your own personal lives. A lot of people fought hard in the 1960s, both Democrats and Republicans, but we're not in the 1960s. If we was in the 1960s, those individuals would have the ability to reach higher and have a higher calling upon them. And unfortunately, God has given that power to the President of the United States, which is President Barack Obama, and in conjunction with former President George W. Bush and George H.W. Bush. Those men, especially George H.W. Bush, was a gentleman who had extraordinary wealth back then. If anyone who wants to create the 1960s, it should be the Bush family, but they're at peace with what is going on. I think what is going on is personal strife. And I think that they're way out of character for creating it because you're not granted a spirit like me, like the President of the United States, like any of our presidents, and it's making our world look like the third world. The United States is a better nation than this. So if you can try to create a spirit of the 1960s. We're not in the 1960s, ladies and gentlemen. We're in 2014 under the era of Nicholas Fugese Hocus Pocus, and Nicholas Fugese, is a different spirit and have a different purpose upon this land. I never liked certain people creating friction with me because I like diversity. I never liked certain people being angry with me. But that spirit was granted to me. And the spirit was granted to the president, which is President Barack Obama. And it was granted to the Bush family. Don't play with certain spirits in high places. That is biblical. I think if you read the Bible, it speaks of principalities of spiritual wickedness and darkness in high places. I would like to once emphasize to all of those, don't play with my spirit, nor the presidents of the United States. We're one country. under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. May God bless America. And Princess Beatrix, this is your elected American boyfriend speaking. I love your original Memphis Bia Bia and Hocus Pocus. Nicholas McGee's address regarding Ferguson, Missouri, before the president's speech.
So Nicholas McGee's reporting, Princess Beatrix, is your elected American boyfriend speaking, and your elected Memphis boyfriend speaking. I am declared the second superpower on Facebook, and of course I publish this around the world, and it is confirmed by the White House. Now today the president is on standby regarding the crisis in Ferguson, Missouri. I'm requesting that my generation do riot and protest, as the White House wrote us, to end racial discrimination, because we're tired of it. We're tired of all of the racial discrimination regarding everything, especially here in Memphis politics. So I'm requesting on behalf of diversity and for our president, despite politics, for there to be a little hoopla in Ferguson, Missouri for diversity. Nicholas McGee's reporting. And do it for me and Princess Beatrix, because I am Princess Beatrix, elected Memphis boyfriend. Thank you, and we love you, original Memphis. Bia Bia for diversity. So Nicholas McGee's reporting, Princess Beatrix, this is your elected Memphis boyfriend speaking right now at 1 o'clock Central Standard Time. And of course, the President, Mrs. Obama, is entering an Area 51 zone. Of course, they will be in Las Vegas, Nevada. And I would like to encourage everyone to watch the presidential speech regarding immigration. Nicholas McGee's reporting, like the secrets of Area 51. So Nicholas McGee's reporting, the influence of Nicholas McGee's, did share a classified press statement from the White House. And of course, I am still a White House presidential blogger. So Nicholas McGee's reporting, very influential in the global community. And of course, it's considered the second superpower. The Facebook blogs of Nicholas McGee say corporate appreciation to everyone at the White House, because I am a young Republican above American politics, and we love everyone in Europe. Of course, the vice president is in Europe. Now, Nicholas McGee is improving education here in the great state of Tennessee, and of course, I love impacting my generation with the support of the White House. As a descendant of Victorian Village College Chapel Historic District, Princess Beatrix, this is your elected American boyfriend speaking, and your elected Memphis boyfriend speaking. Happy Sunday, Princess Beatrix. We love you, original Memphis. Bia Bia, Princess Beatrix of York.
Nicholas McGee reporting, bringing on arrival of former President George W. Bush here in East Memphis. He's reporting. CNN, our reporter on Memphis. Nicholas McGee reporting. CNN, our report.
Let's go, Paul. Let's go, Paul. Let's go to Twitter. Pop. Let's go.
Is that the motorcade? Nicholas McGee's reporting. Presidential motorcade. President Barack Obama in Memphis, Tennessee.
Spaghetti reporting CNN Our Report on Mrs., also known as the governor, documenting First Lady Michelle Obama arriving here to the elementary school. Nicholas Spaghetti reporting, also known as the governor, CNN Our Report on Mrs. Fortunately, I was supposed to be on the inside, but right now I'm on the outside because I'm a few minutes late. It's still pretty cool. Regarding her Let's Move campaign. First Lady of the United States. And this was a private event, an invitation-only event, that I unfortunately missed. Nicholas Spaghetti reporting, also known as the governor.
Nicholas Spaghetti reporting. Prince Harry here in Memphis, Tennessee, and of course, Princess Beatrix. I am your elected American boyfriend. Promoted on Facebook. Nicholas Spaghetti reporting. Here he comes. Woo! Prince William in Memphis. Right behind him, Nicholas Spaghetti reporting. CNN icon of Memphis. Prince Harry. There he is. Nicholas Spaghetti reporting. Princess Beatrix is your elected American boyfriend. Documenting this. It was Prince Harry. Awesome, awesome.
Something makes me so happy.
Nicholas Spaghetti reporting.
All right.
And here we are in Memphis, Tennessee. Nicholas Spaghetti reporting. Documenting Prince William and Prince Harry on Nicholas Spaghetti. God save the Queen. And Princess Beatrix, I am your elected American boyfriend. Only on Nicholas Spaghetti, CNN icon of Memphis.
Excuse me.